Once upon a time, in the meadow that was known for being green and luscious, no life arrived. The land was barren, and no matter how much water was poured in, nothing grew. Not a grass blade, not a flower, not a tree. And so a council was called of all the creatures, and as they gathered it was decided that one of them must go to the world tree, to the mighty oak that knows all the answers, and ask of what is to be done in this situation. And the bravest and the strongest of them stood forward. It was the brother goat, and it was decided at once that he must go. Days and nights he was on the road, walking through the sacred mountains and groves and rivers, forests and other barren lands, through storms and fog and sunshine. And sometime after, he reached the sacred valley, the one where the mighty oak, the one that knows of all, grew. The mighty oak was so huge that the clouds were passing through its branches, and many animals were there, many other creatures seeking the counsel. Soon it was the goat's turn. He bowed and approached the oak tree. "O mighty oak, my land is barren, nothing grows there. How can we return the life to our land?" "Brother goat," the oak tree said, "the life can be returned by planting one of my acorns, but my acorns never drop, so one must climb my branches to collect it." The goat was so happy to receive such a simple answer that he was also puzzled, for the branches were so high, and he was a goat, he was not a tree climber. He thought long and hard of how to get an acorn. He started to jump up, but he couldn't quite reach the branches. He tried to push the tree with his hooves, but it was so mighty, it just tickled the oak. He jumped on the spot trying to shake the ground, but no effect was there. And soon he was so exhausted and out of options that he dropped to the ground and started to cry. And the oak tree saw that the goat was pure in its intent, that his heart was full of love and desire to help his people in the land. "Well, tell me, dear goat," the oak tree said, "must you do everything alone?" And as he said, the goat looked around and saw how many animals and other creatures were around, and just by his side was a little red squirrel. "Hello, Sister Squirrel," the goat said. "Might you help me?" The squirrel turned his way and smiled. "Say no more, Brother Goat." She jumped up the trunk and disappeared in the branches. Rustling was heard and laughter, and soon after she jumped back with her apron full of acorns. "Here, Brother Goat, they're all yours." "I don't need all of them," said the goat. "I only need one. Take the rest for your family, to your land and your people." The goat took an acorn, bowed to the mighty oak, and smiled to the red squirrel. And so happy he was that he made it home in no time. The acorn went into the ground, and the goat stayed around, telling the stories of his adventures, the stories of the mighty oak and the kind red squirrel. He gathered the morning dew and watered the acorn with it. He never left the sight of an acorn, and surely, sometime after, green fuse found its way, and a little oak tree showed itself. And with that came the grass and the flowers and other plants, and the life and greenery was found again. And it is said that so much love was poured into the growth of that acorn grew to become another mighty oak. Until this day, it shelters, supports, and provides wisdom and counsel to any creature that requires it.